Hey guys, it's Koolio here and welcome back to my channel. Today we are in my kitchen and I have some Oreos here, and what we're going to be trying to make are going to be some Oreo Churros. So let's go ahead and get right to it and start making them. So in a pot we're going to bring a cup of water, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 3 tablespoons of butter, and then we're going to do 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then we're going to bring that to a boil. While that is boiling, we're going to go ahead and try and dissect some Oreos. I already have a few in here that I've been doing. Basically, we're just going to be separating the Oreo from the filling. Like that. And we're going to be doing that for maybe like 20 Oreos or so. So this is a pretty easy recipe and it's not time consuming at all. This is probably like the most time consuming part of this recipe is the Oreos. So now that we have basically like deveined or separated the cream from the Oreo cookie, we're gonna go ahead and blend these Oreos because we want like the cookie crumbs. We're gonna go ahead and do that, and I have a blender over here. And you really want like that cookie or that crumble. This is a lot easier in like a food processor, but luckily my blender has a food processor option, so it wasn't too difficult. And you do want to take everything out because Oreos are not cheap and we want to use every little bit of them. Now that we have our cream and then our crumbs, we're going to go ahead and put these to the side while the liquid is still boiling. And here are the dry ingredients, which is 1 cup of flour, 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon, and from the cookie crumbs you want to do 2 tablespoons of the mixture of the crumbs. So you just want to incorporate that and stir it. Make sure everything's combined before we put in the liquid. And we did put cinnamon in this because it's still a churro. Even though it's going to be an Oreo kind, we still want that cinnamon and churro flavor. Alright, so the liquid's already boiling. We're going to go ahead and take it off the stove. We're going to incorporate the liquid with the flour, and you do want to be careful and you want to incorporate it slowly. You just want to mix it really well, get all the flour incorporated and mixed. And now over here we have 2 eggs and then a teaspoon of vanilla that you want to put in with the flour. However, you don't want it to be super hot because you don't want the eggs to scramble. So you want to wait a little bit just to make sure that the eggs don't scramble on you. And so you can mix the eggs pretty well. We're going to be using a whisk here. So now that it's kind of cooled down a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and put the eggs in here. Look that appealing right now, but it's going to taste good, hopefully. I guess we'll be finding out. But you do want to mix it really well. Get all the egg in with the batter. Okay, this is going to be a good workout for anyone who wants to skip the gym today. This is what the batter is going to look like. It should be like a thick, maybe like a waffle batter or thick pancake batter. I'm going to go ahead and put this batter into a bag so we can go ahead and pipe out the churros. So we're going to be using a sandwich bag, and then I have this like DIY star tip that I made. So if you guys don't have a piping bag or any like piping tips, like don't worry about it. Using a sandwich bag and this like DIY star tip that I made out of a can. So if you guys want a video about that, let me know down in the comments below. A piece of wax paper here just so it doesn't get stuck, but we're gonna go ahead and pipe them out and then put them in the freezer for a little bit before frying them. So like that, basically like a blob or a turd, if you will. You just want to do a swirl or spiral. We're going to be making like Oreo cookie churros. And here we have the churros. They are currently frozen. And so again, I just made them like the little swirled because we're going to be doing like ice cream sandwiches. Since I couldn't fit any more like circled churros, I just did some like lines just to test it out, you know. But here they are frozen. We have the oil heating up here. We're gonna go ahead and start frying them up, and yeah, hopefully they come out good. And a good way to test out the oil is if you have like any leftover dough, you know, just do a little blob in there, and the oil's not, it's getting hot but not hot enough. So now that the oil is hot, we're gonna go ahead and start frying them. Just be careful because again, it's really hot oil. So we're gonna let it fry for a few minutes until both sides are crispy. The churro's gonna start to float up, and we're gonna wanna turn it over to get crispy on both sides. So once it's crispy on both sides, we're gonna put it on a paper plate and make sure that the excess oil drains. And while the churros are still hot, you'll wanna put them in the mixture. Here I have some just the leftover Oreo crumbs and sugars. You'll want to make sure it's all coated in this. We're back and the churros are done, and this is what they look like. Not the best looking churros, but they'll get the job done. After frying them, the pattern from the star tip didn't really come out, so probably like a deeper star tip would have looked better and you would have seen the pattern more. But yeah, here they are. And with the filling from the Oreos, I did go ahead and make like a little sauce, just using heavy cream and then the filling as like sugar. But yeah, so you can definitely use these. So you can definitely use these as an ice cream sandwich, using two of them together, one on top, one on the bottom. But yeah, doing ice cream sandwiches or just eating it like this, you know, dipping it into the sauce, and yeah. They're really good. They're super delicious. You still get the churro taste, but like there's a Oreo taste in there as well. But yeah, they are really good. I definitely recommend you guys. But they're really good. I definitely recommend you guys trying them. And that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up if you liked it. And make sure you guys subscribe down below and hit the notification bell so you know each time I post the video. And I'll catch you guys at the next video.